Grant Denyer now.
It's Grant Denyer.
The Gold Logie this year. Oh my God, it's Grant Denyer.
And our mum, Shezzy Daniel. She's really crazy.
It's all true.
It's All True, the podcast with Grant and Shezzy Denya.
Oh, yeah. This day can eat a bag of dicks. Everything's going wrong today. Excuse the extra little bit of audio that slipped into our intro there. It's provided by my wife, a number 3 prostitute in all the world.
What?
That was a bit of Borat for you.
Oh.
You're not really the number 3 prostitute in the
I'm the
world.
number
two.
one.
You're number 2. Number 2, you still got some work to do, mate.
Oh, you know,
Your tickets on yourself.
George, we've had everything go wrong today. Like,
Yeah, tell me more. I'm confused. Like, my day's gone pretty smoothly. Sorry to rub it in.
Yay
No,
for
well-
you, motherfucker, because
wait.
ours has been shit.
we're just about to mix that up for you. Let me tell you, because we're just about to send some bad juju down the down
we're
the
not.
line.
We're going to cleanse this with some sage. We're going to get that negative energy away.
I don't know what's happened. Where do we even start?
Well, my bore burnt down. My
What
bore
bore?
that provides water to our farm, and we just had some fresh turf just laid down. It got struck by lightning, so it doesn't work. So there's a,
yeah, so we've got no bore.
our
which doesn't
emails
seem like a
weren't
huge
working.
thing.
I went to record some voiceovers for the Smith family. It's a charity that I cherish and love and have supported for many, many times. And then my SIM card wasn't working to record that.
The bloody SIM card.
SIM card. Then I went to the doctor because I've got, I don't know what I've got, but I'm thinking of
Chest
dying.
infection.
Chest infection.
He had a
You
head.
sound husky today.
Yeah, thank you, brother. How about that?
I actually prefer it that way. Can you have a chest infection more often?
Sure can.
Yeah, so that was Grant's day, wasn't it?
And there's more.
There's
so
lots
much
more, but
The
yeah.
day hasn't even finished yet, so there's so much more to come.
I know. We had a man drive all the way up from Sydney to come and fix our TV, and
Yep.
one of the kids has lost the remote.
Can't find the remote to the freaking television.
I wish remotes were like phones. You could call them and be like, hey, yo, remote, where are you, son?
Yeah.
Can you tell me where you are?
We got Find My Phone. Where's Find My Remote? Oh, where's that?
Actually,
Or find my wedding ring.
Find My. Well, I've lost a wedding wing twice.
What's-
Wedding wing?
The Reading Wing?
A wedding wing twice.
You have actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good start till marriage.
Wait, you didn't find it? Did you find it?
No, I lost it. We'd only just been married, and I thought this is a sign from the gods. This is the universe telling me this chick is bad. You need to run. And I thought, well, remember, the universe is right. And I lost it. And it turns out we were filming Australia's Got Talent, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was in a theatre somewhere in Australia doing auditions
And you kept fiddling with it like this.
because it was brand new. It was like I'm like a little budgie. I like
Yeah.
the shiny things.
Fidgeting with it, and then he's accidentally flicked it off his hand, and someone's found it in the theatre.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought if you look back on the footage, there's a guy who does penis painting, and I thought it was around his cock.
Yeah, it was actually. You know what? But geez, that cock looked beautiful though, didn't it?
Oh.
Like it was
Taking
just
cock ring,
beautifully-
literally.
Beautifully blinged. No, someone found it in the theatre.
very
rushed
small
into the corner.
Penis.
Well, as it turns out, the reason why I lost it, mate, is I was a fatty bumbalata when I got the ring sized prior to a wedding because, we're fresh off broken backs and stuff and not in great nick. And then I got myself in television shape and then slimmed down and the ring was old slideroo off the fingers.
Yeah, that is true.
So now I have
It
a
happens.
fake insert in it. So it sort of stays on. I got,
Hmm.
That was boring.
No,
Maybe
Right.
people should get their rings tattooed on. Like, instead of getting the physical thing, just get a tattoo around your ring finger and it's
You know
there
what?
forever.
People
You
do
get
that.
divorced. You get divorced, brother. You just take that ring off. You can't do that with a tattoo. Not easily.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
is that the reason why you haven't got a wedding ring tattoo?
100%.
No, it's because you're scared of needles.
You see through my lies.
So I woke up the other day and both my eyes were like big red puff balls with 2 tiny little slits, and they were so sore. And I saw an allergist who was seeing Sailor, and he said that I have a serious grass allergy. he tested me for the grasses. You know how have you ever seen that, George? They put like little needle marks on your arms and they put drops in, of things that you could be allergic to, like little allergens.
Yeah.
They lay a little grid on your forearm, right? And then they put little drops of different types of grasses and pollens.
Or
and,
foods or dander, dust mite, all the common ones. And I was anaphylaxis to 3 types of grass that we have here at the farm.
Yeah, all the grasses.
So you've quit your job at the golf course mowing all the lawns there?
Well, I'm actually, since he said that, I have been finding it really difficult to go out in the wind if I don't have lots of sunglasses. And I don't remember having that issue before. No, I remember having it as a kid, but I don't remember having it in the last few years here.
Well, you got to remember record amounts of rain. So everything's blossoming and blooming like you wouldn't believe. It's just coming into the start of summer. So everything's going nuts and there's high winds. So it's a trifecta of trouble for you.
Apparently, heaps of people have been getting really bad allergies this year.
This season's going to be mega. There'll be so many people in hospital with allergies for sure.
And now I'm starting to get, and I'm expecting all the emails from people coming through, after this goes to air with their, answers for what it might be. My joints in my hands are sore and they feel like it's, I don't know, the start of arthritis. But apparently that's also, an inflammation thing happening from too much, I don't know, histamines from my allergy to grass.
So there goes your guitar career or
my everything career.
Yeah.
Because even we had to carry like a couch that's not that heavy and I couldn't, my fingers like kind of seized up a bit. It's weird. I feel really old.
Can't like make a circle like this and do that for whatever reason. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll know what I'm talking about.
But I can do this.
Oh,
I can do
wow.
a face slap.
She can't close her fist. So it's
real weird. Yeah.
we're just in a period of hotness, mate. We got hernias and we got arthritis hands. So what's next?
Yeah.
Blue rinse hair.
No, shut up.
Are you going to be driving a car with a hat, like in the back parcel shelf?
So I've had really bad eczema on my face and my eyelashes literally deserted me and they all fell out. And I've been covering my face with Vaseline each night when I go to bed.
Which is not where you put Vaseline.
No, not in my experience at least.
No.
Not in the movies I've seen, and certainly not in the bedroom of George that I went into.
I wondered why there was like little things around the edge of the jar.
Got a little pube in there.
No, well, that's not what I was going to say.
I don't know what you'd say. I don't know where your mind is going.
Well, I was looking, there was a cotton wool bud, which is weird. Yeah, it wasn't your bedside jaw. Sorry, that's a bad.
My grandma used to put it up my nose. What would she do that for?
Yeah, to stop hay fever.
Yeah, she did. She did do that. And you should do it with Vicks as well. If you're cold.
Look at George's face. He's
Don't get those two mixed up, though.
No.
No.
Not going to confirm or deny whether that has happened or not, but
God, it has.
The burn. Ouch.
So tomorrow
I had more layers of skin.
Tomorrow I go away, George, to a retreat.
Oh my gosh, where are you retreating to and what is it for?
Hit me an applause.
Why is that applause worthy?
Oh, right?
That's how the rest of us feel about you leaving us.
Yeah. Oh,
That's sad.
Kind of nice. No, it's not sad. It's I actually feel quite guilty about it, but I booked it ages ago and everybody's like on edge. I'm on edge. I wanted to have everything, sorted and planned and have meals ready and instructions, and none of that's happened today.
Basically, the only thing that she will do is leave 2 big black tire marks out of the driveway. And she is off into the sunset with a giant finger just hanging out the window going, "See ya, suckers!"
It's my first time ever away from them.
There's no food plans. There's no medication plans. There's no instructions.
I have
written down.
filled the fridge with a whole heap of foods and the cupboard's full. So nothing should go wrong.
I think it is kind of Shezzy's go though. Like GD, you had a bit of time over in LA. Now it's time for Shezzy to just kind of do her thing, relax, de-stress. And who cares about leaving food behind? Maybe you can hire a maid.
Okay. Well, this is George's last time on the podcast. It's been a wonderful 6 seasons. He's been a real ally, a real buddy, real friend till today.
I've stuffed the bro code.
No, you're absolutely right.
It wasn't just the American.
I go
trip.
away and work. So my life has been, I come and go a lot. This is the regular state of play in this house. Yes, I just went to LA to try and, try and make a go of it in the States, do some movies and television just so I can provide for my family.
And the desert.
And the desert, which was a bit of fun on the side. And so Shezzy this is long overdue for Chezwa. But I'm not match fit in the looking after the kids by myself stakes for bulk periods of time. Yeah, of course, a day or so, not a drama.
But this is 3 nights.
Yeah.
And there's no...
And don't... Look, I know everyone's laughing and sniggering right now going, 3 nights. Come on, bro.
No, they're not. Because there's a baby that last night I got up to 14 times that you slept through.
Yep, just because I was banking sleep to ensure that I'm right for the next couple of nights is why. So, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but because the kids they're at that precious age where they have a very strong bond and love and appreciation of their mum and everything that she does. And she does do a ton. She's not going to be here. So that my kids are terrified.
Yep, they really won't.
I have an idea. What if you be dad for a few minutes and then you quickly go into the bathroom, into your private room and change into Shezzy's clothes and throw a blonde wig on and come back out as Shezzy, as the mum, and you do a bit of, role play with yourself. And it's just like...
I got it. So I'll do what she normally does. So just come out and just yell at everyone for no reason at all.
Well, give us your best impression now.
Yeah. Told you, little bastards. What do you mean you're going out to mow the lawn?
You know what? I have to actually, I have to.
Oh, you're going to put a sprinkler on, are you? Oh, what the grass is going to die, is it?
I do not sound like that. Thank you. No, so last night
I sound like Jimmy Rees.
Last night I'd had enough of cleaning up and rushing, and I actually just lost it a bit. And I said, because the kids messed up something that I just cleaned up, and I felt really bad. And I said to them, if you guys don't start picking up after yourselves, I'm not coming home after this retreat. What's that for?
Yeah. And that was the tone that went through the house.
And
so now our kids are in genuine fear.
Yeah, their little faces were like, and Sailor said to me, but we can't make Dad clean. It's mostly his mess.
That is bullcrap.
That's what she said of the little face. And I was like, wow. So I'm going away tomorrow, and I'm really.
And we don't know if you'll come back.
No.
And I have a maid booked in for 3 days, who's a babysitter / spiritual guidance counselor, cook. Nah, I got this.
Yeah. Yes. But I did say to them, I said, please don't let me return to a mess, because I'm going away for 3 nights to a place where they don't speak, where it's no phones.
You're going to Tibet? Where the hell are you going?
There's no speaking, just very calm energy, just forget, all the outside world. And and I don't want to be coming home all zen and then get home and be like, oh my God, there's crap everywhere.
All right. Well, welcome to my reality. I can do all the personal work, in the world to better improve myself, to make myself more calm and more introspective and, more thoughtful and patient. And then I come home.
But maybe you need these retreats. Maybe you need these retreats to teach you how to learn how to be better in the chaotic moments.
Yeah, it's beautiful. He's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
You are so profound, George.
He's back on.
I know.
He's back on for the next season now. He's redeemed himself.
Oh, yeah. He's stuck up for grabs.
That's all I needed to say. Something a bit logical.
Do you remember your mum going away ever?
Yeah, I do. I actually do. And sorry to take such a really sad turn, but Mum had melanoma a couple of times, right? So she was down in Sydney getting treatment a lot. So it was mainly like my siblings and I and, you know, being cared by Nan and Pop and maybe Dad occasionally, but he was working in the mines too. So it was just all over the place. But it was really, really sad whenever she'd go and you'd be like, oh, you know, when will I see your mum? And treatment could go for months, really. So you could go for half a year and, she'd just be in hospital and you do visits every now and then. But yeah, I was a very emotional, and I still am, very emotional kid, very in touch with my feelings and whatnot. So yeah, I really, really struggled, and especially when I first moved out of home too, like moving to a completely different town. I didn't know anybody, didn't know anyone at all, and I had my mum, you know, 6 hours away from where I was living. It was tough. So it's not fun, but you get there, you get through it.
Okay, I'm not going to complain about you going away for 3 days then. Really put that into context. I appreciate that. Thank you, George. And how are you settling in now? Like if you didn't know anyone and you were worried about sort of being lonely up there and away from the fam and everything, what's life like now? Life is good. You just got to like jump onto things that make you happy. Musical theatre, doing the shows. Stop laughing.
Jump onto things.
Yeah, that's it. Get onto Tinder and just make an absolute nuisance of yourself. But no, it's good now. Yeah, you just got to overcome those challenges. Initially, it's going to be a bit tough, and some people just don't sort of handle it. But I'm one of the lucky ones who have managed to get through that tough period. Where are you at with Dilf lady, gym girl? Yeah. Oh, look, I haven't seen her because I haven't been to the gym in quite some time. Yeah, righto. She scared me away. Yeah, fair enough too.
And what about your neighbours? Are they still making dumplings or?
They are. So every Sunday, so one of them actually works now at a sushi restaurant here in town. Mm-hmm. And every Sunday, she brings over sushi. It's the sushi that wasn't eaten that day. Yeah. But she promises to me that it's all fresh and that it's fine. And it's, you know, here you go. Here's your Sunday afternoon tea.
That's amazing.
That's so
isn't
nice.
It lovely? And she goes around to the entire street giving out sushi. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Not a great business model though, because then, you know, that sort of prevents the need for you to actually go to that sushi joint to buy some for yourself because you know it's going to come every
It's
afternoon.
only one street though. It's not
That's
all
amazing.
of Rockhampton, I guess.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful that it's tempted me to go to the actual place through the week and get my lunch from there. So, you know, she's a good promoter of her workplace. I love sushi.
You do love sushi. I don't like
I
sushi.
go through periods where I like it. I can't have it all. Like I know people who have it like maybe once or twice a week. I can have it, maybe once a month, but not regularly. How often is she bringing it over then? Once a week. Oh.
You don't take
So
it
I was never good at mathematics. Actually, do you want to know a funny story? I did Carols by Candlelight last night here in town, sang a couple of songs. One of them was the 12 Days of Christmas, 12. Yeah. It's terrible. Never passed a mathematics course at all in school. And I got through that entire song last night seamlessly. And, the validation when the crowd applauded was just the best thing ever because I'd never passed any mathematics exams or quizzes or whatnot. So, I'm on cloud 9 at the moment. You showed him, the way that you can count backwards from 12 is unparalleled. And that's a tough challenge, mate, going backwards from 12 to 1. There were 6 of us and we all had 2 numbers to do. I had 4 koalas cuddling and 10 lizards leaping, and I nailed those 2 numbers, I had to say.
We are so give him an applause.
Yeah, buddy. How good's Carols?
How good's Christmas? We're nearly there.
I know. Dude, you loved Carols, didn't you?
Yeah, it's my favourite gig of all. Hosting the one in the Carols in the Domain in Sydney was just seeing 100,000 people. Just loving every song, feeling the spirit with their kids, and their families, just picnicking it up in the Botanic Gardens. Amazing. That's as good as a feeling as it gets. It's a wholesome music festival. Yeah, bloody hell. And a great way to kind of just, tie a bow in the year and finish it off. It was, I must have done it for 5 years or so.
I think you did 7 years.
Okay, right on. That's quite a lot.
We still get emails from people saying it's never been the same since you left.
Because I gave a shit. You know what I mean? I love Christmas, and I love creating an environment that makes it magical for families. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I remember you gave an interview once about what Christmas meant for you.
Yeah,
And
what did I say?
I can't remember, but I
It's
remember
beautiful.
it made me get really teary. It was something about, I don't know. Did you say something like you know, at Christmas time you just realized that, you know, you wanted your family to be together or something like that?
Well, I think no matter how good or bad a year can be, you know, I think a Christmas period can kind of undo a lot of, you know, tough, hard things. You just, there's a coming together of spirit. There's, you know, everything just feels nice and lighter. And there's like a nice resetting as well. So if you've had a tough year, Christmas kind of feels like it's the point in which you cast off the bad and then you welcome in the new. There's something really lovely about that rejuvenation and renewal. And or if you've had an amazing year, it's a great way to just celebrate, you know, the awesome things that happened, you know, through the year. So it's a special vibe.
I remember Grant broke his back and they'd said, look, he's really not going to be okay to host carols this year. And he was like, no, I want to host it. I want to host it. And
Wow.
And he used to have to lie down, you know, behind the scenes. He had a back brace on, and God, you did well that year to be able to do it. You might not remember
I do
it,
remember
but
I was pretty high on medication, because to be able to physically do that, it required a lot of pain meds to do it. And I think it was one of the first times I walked out. It
you
was
did.
across the stage to start, hosting carols in the Domain. Yeah, I do remember it. It was
such a big thing, and
was huge.
The whole crowd got up and they cheered, and there was people standing on their feet, and it was a big moment.
God, I forgot about that. That was cool. That was really cool. Yeah, and you're right. When I wasn't hosting, I was lying flat on my back on a trestle table trying to
out the back, and we were fanning him because it was really hot. And the back brace that they'd made for him allowed him to walk, and it made you sweat a lot. And it was it was a lot, but
because it was only freshly broken, so it was wow, that was cool. That was really cool.
Do you have a favorite Christmas carol?
Oh, do you know what? We always argue over Christmas carols because I grew up with Boney M, right? Feliz Navidad. That's like,
It's not in English, but anyway,
Yeah.
that's lovely Spanish.
well, that's just one song I'm thinking of. Mary's boy child.
And it was all
Jesus
done in
Christ.
disco, like
Yeah, it's like awesome. So that's what I grew up with. But Grant grew up with like,
Bing Crosby, and then later Michael Bublé.
and what about that song where it's like, I really gotta go. I don't know what it is. It's like, and we listened to the words.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Yes. And he's like, have one more drink. It's really like quite,
It's a little rapey.
it is a little rapey.
Yeah,
Radio stations can't play it now. Commercial radio stations are banned from playing that song.
What?
because it's basically he's slipping the eggnog into her
Yeah.
so he can slip something else into her.
That's what we were saying though when we were listening to it. We were
Yeah.
like, that's really creepy. That was like
But it
7
was-
years ago and they've just cottoned on.
No, but it was written. It was like it's so old. It's like
No, I
the
know.
50s or something.
And
So, pretty old school values there.
everything was okay.
And the king and queen of Christmas, in my opinion, king would have to be Michael Bublé, queen Mariah Carey.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think it's fair to say.
That
But
song of
she's
hers.
one
was
song, but you know what I mean? It's not like she bangs out a heap. It's just one.
But that's how good a song it is,
It is
because
it defines Christmas.
she's become the queen from one song.
She's rolling in it from that one track. Yeah, look, I'm a sucker for an old school one. So like a Silent Night, you know, or Oh Holy Night. That's a big belter of a track.
Powerful.
There with a huge orchestral finish. That one's got some oomph in it.
Not Driving Home for Christmas.
Driving Home for Christmas, you can get it now.
Driving.
On iTunes, as sung by Grant Denyer. Driving. It's
That
an
was
absolute
good
banger.
fun though. That was good fun.
Got to number 5 in the charts.
It did.
Yep. For 8 minutes.
All this talk of charts and iTunes and music and all this sort of stuff. I have a Christmas gift to present to you two. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, oh my God, are you serious? Are we doing?
What?
Look,
I love
we
it.
have had discussions throughout the past year after a certain song entered this podcast known as Horse Lips. It's a very, very long story as to why we got to the point of writing a song like this. But basically, I was in a musical and we all did warm-ups amongst each other, which included buzzing your lips, which is what we call horse lips. And Grant, you accused us of doing horse lips on each other.
Because you all got COVID, remember?
We all got COVID. Yeah,
I thought it
we
must have
all
been
went
more than
down.
just horse lips. It might have been horse lips on organs.
You said on a penis. Yeah.
You said horse lips on a penis specifically, so I thought we'd turn it into a song. Now, I just want to play a very small snippet for you, Shezzy. Could you just play what we've got loaded up there in the on the desk over there, please?
Currently downloading. Wi-Fi is struggling today, just to add to the many technical issues and problems that we've had during today.
Horse lips on a penis, buzz your lips on the tip. Horse lips on a D, I hope you're proud of me.
So there's
Is that this summer's hottest new track?
Oh my God.
it could be. I've added a few more things to it. I've got like 7 different harmonies in there, more instruments, more sound effects. I've done some things to the song. So what I can tell you right now at this point in time, I don't have a date, but Horse Lips, the song that is created by the It's All True podcast, is going to be on your favorite music streaming platform.
you kidding
this
me?
Christmas. It is going to happen. Your Spotify's, your Apple Music's,
Oh my
your
God.
SoundCloud.
Damn it. Who did you get to buddy produce that? Did he
George is the
Fisher?
producer.
Was it you?
I've been doing just a heap of back-end work. Back-end work is my thing, man. You know me.
You are
It's-
a talent. Are you kidding me? I thought
I've
that
just showed Grant the album cover.
this is going to go off in Ibiza. I can feel it already.
Imagine.
How
Think
that.
amongst any sort of horsing communities, they're going to love this track.
I thought when you started, I thought, is this Avicii? This has got some serious weight to it. And it was you. Wow.
That is so good. Oh my God.
So that
When are we
is,
gonna get a
I
full
guess,
taste?
what was that? Sorry?
When are we going to get a full taste?
Look,
We're gonna release
don't have a
it.
date yet. In the coming days, we will have something. So for the It's All True audience, keep your eyes peeled on our socials. All 3 of us will keep you in the loop. But it'll be happening before Christmas time, and you won't have to go back to the episode titled Horse Lips and go halfway through and play the song. There's been a lot of demand from listeners saying, hey, can we get this on
Unbelievable.
Spotify? It is happening, okay?
Hit up my
Oh my
DMs everywhere.
God.
People in the street have stopped me, mate. Where can I
I
get
know.
this track? Mate, you just giving the people what they want. This is amazing.
Yep.
Give him an
So,
applause.
Merry
That is
Christmas.
so good.
The fact that you got
Merry
you got the Australian Youth Choir singing "Horse Lips on a Penis" is one of the great coups of the last decade, mate. That is
Well, they-
unbelievable.
They had the choice if I still call Australia home
Yeah.
for the Qantas and then us. And of course, you go with the good guys.
Yeah, fuck honest, man. If you seen what they do to people's baggage lately, that's a shit airline.
That
and then
wasn't
unless they sponsor
Qantas.
us, and then we'll change our tune.
Yeah.
Fucking you come out with this, and it's gonna be amazing.
It's pretty.
They are good. I'm very, very proud of what we came up with out of a very stupid throwaway comment that we made on the podcast. And it's
you
now
came up with.
a song. And look, let's at least try and get it to number 5 on the charts when Driving Home for Christmas did that. Okay.
My God, can you just play us that little teaser
Yeah,
just
give us
again?
another
Just in that.
sample.
Yeah, let's do it. This is all a cappella, by the way. This is a section of the song that has never been heard before. Just a little tease. Here we go.
Horse lips on a penis, buzz your lips on the tip. Horse lips on a D, I hope you're proud of me.
This is so good.
I'm trying to pick the voices. Is there a girl's voice in there?
It's still George just doing different harmonies, I think.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just me screaming at the top of my lungs. My neighbors didn't invite me to the Christmas party this year.
No more
Oh,
sushi
no,
for you,
no.
buddy. You ruined that relationship.
Maybe it's poison sushi. Maybe they're trying to knock you off. Oh my God, that is so good. How exciting.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine we get to host Carols in the Domain again, and then all of a sudden, please welcome the one hit you've been waiting for, Australia. Here he is, George Sargent on the decks with horse lips on a penis.
It would have to be. Is there a certain time on TV where it can be X-rated? Because I don't think
Yeah,
families would
9
enjoy
o'clock.
that.
After
No,
9 o'clock,
Look at
a
Mac.
few lasers,
though.
pew, 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 lasers are going off. Big smoke machine just kind of just smothering the floor that you're standing on. You're on an elevated platform, high above the crowd. You're mixing tracks as you're sort of flying overhead. Man, this is
Like one of those horse masks as well, latex
Yeah.
made.
They're a bit creepy, those things, aren't they? Those full head horse things.
when they
It's
DJ.
on brand for this song.
Oh, those ones. Yeah. No, it's so on brand. It's perfect.
Yeah, but you need to have big lips and maybe some big lashes.
This is the start of your new career when you start just touring the world as a DJ.
Just doing one song, the one hit wonder.
Yeah. So many music artists have made a living out of doing that. Mariah
I'll be
Carey.
like Psy from Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Yes, so true. Remember I said to you I thought he was dead. We met him.
Yeah, we did.
We met him when he came out to Australia and he performed at Sunrise.
He's like, we had a great chat with him, actually. It was awesome. He was like, where can I have a smoke?
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the extent of our chat with Psy.
Yeah.
What about Gangnam Style? Yeah, it was a good.
That
crack.
was massive.
Good
Everyone
clip.
was doing that.
Good film clip.
He actually, when he was singing it, he's quite it was quite electric, like hearing it live. But I wasn't a massive fan of the song. But
Because he
seeing
gives
him
it
do
some. He's he's not a small guy.
He
and
was sweating.
and he really gives it, yeah, 1,000% when he's dancing.
yeah.
It's
The,
those cigarettes he's smoking.
yeah. Korean cigarettes. I don't know if they were Korean. That's a bit.
Korean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Korean, yes.
No, I know he's Korean. I was just thinking, what's that place that used to have those cigarettes that smelt like cloves? Oh,
The place.
yeah, it's like a country.
Like
and but
herbal cigarettes?
yeah, and they used to be quite.
Thailand?
No, I don't know. Anyway, tangent. Yeah, the cigarettes that smell like cloves and incense and something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
herbal cigarettes. They burn your throat.
Well, how do you know
I was about to go.
of a herbal cigarette?
Yeah.
That sounds a bit dodgy.
I don't smoke, so
Well,
I thought
well,
I'd give it a try, but
Were you a kid?
there was no filter on it. I wasn't 7. No.
Eight.
I was of legal age.
Oh, really?
7.5.
Oh, this right.
Hey, did you know that Gangnam Style means south of the river?
Yeah, well, because
No.
Gangnam is a suburb of South Korea. Yeah,
Right.
So
South of the Han River.
it's
Ah.
quite a well-to-do suburbs. It's where the rich people live. So that's why he's singing about Gangnam Style, where everyone's kind of got all the bling. They
now
got
that
the hot
you're-
cars and they got all the jewelry, and it's a vibe.
Now that
Yeah.
you're Googling something, I want to Google Mariah Carey makes how much from her Christmas.
Oh, but we did an episode on this. Can we trust these websites?
No, but we'll still go with it.
We'll still take it. Yeah.
According to a study, I don't know, where's this from? Good to.
From The Economist, that's a major magazine and website.
Where's The Economist? Can't see. Oh, right. Mariah Carey made 60 million from her hit song "All I Want for Christmas Is You" between 1996 and 2016.
So 60 million in 20 years. from
About
one song.
2.6 million per year.
Whoa. Mate, we are loaded. Once
My
our
God.
banger hits people's ears, we are going to be a living Gangnam Style. We're going
We will be
rolling.
living in Gangnam.
We're going to be rolling in BMWs and flying private jets.
She's still
smoking the
getting
herb
1.2 million a year on average,
What the heck?
just
yeah,
from that.
just from that song.
So you literally, she doesn't have to do another thing in her life. and
Well,
she's
mind
so-
you, she's pretty.
she
like,
spends like
she spent, yeah,
a lunatic.
yeah. Well, what was that show we watched? Oh,
Yeah, it was
I
about
can't
her
think
and
of
her
that.
manager. It was about Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
it
it's like-
was a reality show.
Yeah, I don't know if
At
that.
the time, she was dating James Packer.
And she was also married to that Nick.
Oh yeah, the one who keeps having babies with everyone.
I read somewhere the other day he has 11 kids.
Yeah.
Is that right?
He announced he's 11th, and everyone's like, "Whoa, bro, settle down." And then 2 weeks later, he goes, "And there's a 12th, and they're all to like different women."
Wow.
What?
Nick who?
Nick,
Oh,
he
I couldn't
hosted.
remember his name. I have to Google him
He's
now.
a TV host in Australia. Nick Cannon
Nick Cannon.
in America. Sorry, so
Yeah.
he hosts like it's like a Masked Singer or maybe early day Australia's Got Talent or one of those big talent shows.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's got the life.
he pumps them out.
Yeah, he does have the life.
I don't know if he's got much money left. There's
No.
a lot of alimony.
Yeah, maybe it's not quite the life.
yeah.
But we love you, Nick.
A lot of
Yeah.
dependents.
And I was just thinking, would 11 kids to 11 different women? Well, no, because one is twins with Mariah. Weren't they twins? I think so. So that's 2 to 1 woman. That's a lot of people to check in with.
Imagine
and that's a
Christmas
lot-
time for
oh,
Nick
it'd be
Cannon.
Awful.
Nick Cannon's possibly the only person who has to visit more homes than Santa on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yes. I like
That was
that. That's
pretty
good. Good gig.
So during the week, I had a couple of people complain. They were not happy that last week George was not in the episode. Yeah.
Yeah, but those complaints were from my mum and me.
George's grandmother. No, so we had a couple of complaints from on 2 things. One, because George wasn't in the episode. So George, make sure you fit us in. You're busy.
All free.
schedule.
Yep, I'm
And-
here now.
And the other complaint was that I teased that I would talk about the creepy stuff that happened while Grant was away in the US, and I didn't do it. So, yeah. So
What's
I don't know
creepy
how
stuff
many-
that happened while I was away.
I don't know how many nights in, but it was a few nights in and we were in a good little rhythm. And then all of a sudden the kids came running in. They said that all the lights were flickering in the games room.
Whoa.
And I thought, that's a bit strange. So I walked in and they'd stopped. So as I walked around the corner, I saw them like go on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And I've walked into the room and they just stayed on.
Whoa.
And I was like, is there somebody here? And the kids are like, don't say it, Mom, don't say it. And the lights, no shit, went flick, flick, flick. And Scout was so scared. She wanted to sleep in the bed with me. And I said, no, look, it'll flicker again in a minute. Give it a second. It'll flicker again. I'm telling you, there's no one here. And they're like, don't say it, Mum. I'm like, look, it just flickers, at random times. I'm like, there's no one here, is it? Flick, flick. Right. Like you could not write about it. So anyway, Scout's in bed with me that night. When I got into bed and she'd fallen asleep and she was cuddling me, I smelt this really strong smell of stale alcohol and cigarettes. And it was really, really strong. Like it was coming from
Your mouth?
no. It was coming from like the window I felt or behind the bed. We have a window that's at the front of the house. And that's where I felt like I turned around and I was smelling, everywhere. And kind of like along the floor. No, it's not there. At the front door, I could kind of smell it. And standing, at the window behind my bed, I could smell it really strong. It was like somebody who was a heavy drinker and a heavy smoker was standing right there. Like that's how strong it was.
Wow. And did you get any feeling or a sense of an impression of who that presence might be?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I was like, I don't know why. I just thought of your Uncle Wayne.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just was like, oh, it's Wayne. Wayne's here. And you know why? Because I started thinking about it. The last time I smelt that probably in the house or walking through the house was after when he stayed with us last time and he'd walked through the front door and the wind kind of blew it through. Yeah, really, I've got goosebumps. It was like he was back here. So he passed away 2 years ago, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was like he was here. So this happened, on the same night.
Wow.
So I started Googling, like, can you smell spirits or can you? And apparently you can. I don't know. I have to get somebody to, I guess, confirm that. But what do you reckon?
Well, I wasn't here, but yeah. Well, I believe in spirits.
Yeah, but do you
And
think that you
ghosts.
could smell them?
I reckon you could. There's no reason why there isn't a trace of them that remains in the air when they're here. You know what I mean? If you can see them and you can feel them and they have an effect where they can make lights flicker or play with the electronics of a house, then surely another signature imprint of a spirit, can be a smell.
Yeah, that's what I think. But anyway, it was very, very strong, very vivid. I wasn't scared, but I could tell that something, was here. Someone was here. And then the next day, I had 5 black cockatoos, which are quite rare, like in a group. They flew past the window and they literally circled up in the air, like right outside my window, and then flew past really close and very slow, almost like they were looking in, and then kind of like went up in the air, flew back and landed in a tree. And it was just so amazing. Like the kids and I were sitting down on the couch and I had the baby and we all saw these shadows flying past and we all stopped and we were like, oh my gosh, it was really magnificent. And
that is rare.
I took videos and I took photos because they were so close and they just eyeballed me when they came past and they were spectacular. And I sent the photo to Grant, and right at that same time, Grant sent me back a message saying, what are you saying?
Okay.
He said, I've just had the best meeting in the US. And he said, I walked out and a bird shit on me.
It was a meeting on the 11th of the 11th, if you're into numbers.
Yeah.
At 11 past 11 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And a bird shot on me. Which is supposed
11 times.
It's supposed to be a good sign, right?
Already.
It's supposed to be a good sign. So, yeah. So all of that happened. Like, you tell me, you decipher what all of that means.
Yeah, there's something aligning there.
You've had this experience, and now you've had like the world's worst day today. When's the good day or big thing going to happen? Has anything happened between then and now?
I think it's when our new track goes global, when it reaches number 1.
Maybe it's when I go for like 3 days with no speaking. I have this like, epiphany and
Is your epiphany anything to do with never returning?
and my epiphany is that I am going to, I don't know, go to the desert. No, I don't want to go to the desert, but that was terrible. But
Got lick a cactus in the desert or something. Eh?
I was trying to think. My epiphany is that I'm going to America and I'm going in the Baja.
1,000.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that either.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what the epiphany
We've
is.
had a guard of honor of magpies around our house for quite some time now.
We have. And that was what.
On each side, there's one that just sits there on guard on each side of the house.
Yeah.
And whenever you open the curtains, you open them, there they are standing outside and they're like, good morning. And they just
I really love that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely since we
been
spoke
months.
to the cowgirl medium, I've noticed a lot more birds. And I know Grant's sister had a reading with her the other day and she told her to look out for dragonflies. And I've not really seen dragonflies like at all. We've lived here for 8 years and we've seen about 15 in the last week. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. They're
Wow.
cool. I don't know what
Something in it.
significance of the dragonfly is,
No.
but yeah. No, it's a comforting feeling knowing that there might be some other, external presence that's around you, keeping an eye on you, making sure things are good, either keeping all the bad juju away or just protecting the home from, bad vibes.
No. Oh my God. One of the people that we had on here said that to watch out, we're going to have electronic failures towards the end of the year. Who was that? Do you remember? Was somebody that we had on here, or was it?
Was that Harry T?
Oh,
I can't
maybe
remember.
it
I
might
have to
been
listen
Harry too.
back because that could be everything that's happening today. And then remember they said keep your passwords safe.
Yeah, we couldn't send anything through WeTransfer today. We couldn't play your thing today. My ball pump blew up. It was electrical failure.
Oh,
Why don't
This
need
is
to do
it.
that?
Oh, yeah.
We've got a button for that.
Oh, sorry.
You don't need to do it live.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of beings that are always sort of watching us, there's a guy with a big long beard and a big red suit that is always sort of keeping a careful eye on the kids of the world. But I think there's also a message coming in from not the North Pole,
Hang on.
but the South Pole.
Coming in now. Yep, our Wi-Fi's connecting. Yep. Oh, it is.
Ho, 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 ho. This is Bad Santa here. Grant, Chessie, and George, you've all been very, very naughty. I listen to you and your podcast religiously, and can I say, the filth that comes out of your mouth is absolutely disgusting. Repulsive even. Bad Santa likey. Grant, you've said approximately 200,000 times this year.
Told you.
And that's only when I've been watching you while you sleep. Chessie, or should I say Sherry, you just love getting turned up, don't you? The amount of times my elves have reported you swinging off balconies is enough for a grown Bad Santa to put you on the naughty list twice. Aim high, Cheswa. Love your work. And Georgie, you little ho, ho. Keep living your best sleigh life. Ho, 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 ho. You know what I mean, you promiscuous man. Ho, 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 ho. The positions you get that blow-up doll into are good enough to qualify for a world record. Ho, ho, ho. Bad Mrs. Claus wants me to try those positions with her, but I'm not as flexible as I once was. Anyway, you lunatics, keep up the horrible work and continue being you. Lots of love, Bad Santa.
I never knew there was an S on the end of ho.
At the South Pole, apparently.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Bad Santa. God, what a voice. Bad Santa is. Oh,
I was only thinking today how much you've said that word. And now that we know that your nephews are listening, and not
Oh
only
my
that,
God.
the woman at the library is listening.
hey, look. The reason why we started this goddamn podcast is to say the things that we can't say on commercial television. The juicy stuff, the fun stuff, the naughty stuff, the Bad Santa stuff. You know what? And if an occasional buck slips in, well, then that's fine.
I hope somebody measures how many times you've said that this episode and they email us and let us know.
We hope
Oh
you've
my
enjoyed
God.
the season, though. George, mate, oh my God. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you have these connections, but to pull off Bad Santa from
my
the South
God.
Pole is
How
one of your
did you
greats.
do that?
Well, you're right. I had to pull him off.
With that, we bid you a good night. Be well, my
Oh.
children. Thanks for listening to the wild and wacky ways as we've meandered and wandered through this season, covering so many different bloody topics.
We have. We wish you a very merry Christmas and a happy New Year. Why does everyone laugh at my line?
And we just
Had a couple of Marys in there.
Mary.
A very
Yeah.
Ho, ho, hoes.
Hose. George, thank you, mate, for your company.
I love you guys so much. Have a very Merry Christmas. I look forward to seeing you in the new year and producing more. I'm not going to say quality at this stage, but more podcasts.
This is not what
Love
you
you
come
guys.
for.
And make sure you leave a review. I wanted to read some out today, but I noticed that we didn't get any.
Our Wi-Fi's not working. Thanks for listening. Thanks for dedicating your lives to listening. I know you're not dedicating your lives to listening.
No, somebody sent me a thing the other day. I'll have to show you. Spotify apparently shows you how many hours you've spent listening to your favorite podcast. Did
Yep.
you know that?
No.
Yeah. So somebody sent me a thing and they're like got 6,000 hours they've
Jesus.
spent listening to us this year.
We wouldn't have made 20 hours of this podcast. They've listened to it a lot.
That's a
Over
really
and over
good
and over and
point.
over and over. Oh, we would have made 20 hours, but
listening to episodes over and over.
Yeah, repeat business.
For 5,000-6,000 hours.
That's good commitment. Maybe she's just fallen asleep and left it on. Keep starting it every night.
Oh.
Damn it! I keep falling asleep the first
On repeat.
Like me during The Crown. Oh no. Oh my God.
Oh my God! It just says the Procaster has encountered an error. Recording has stopped.
Or at what point?
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Isn't that so on brand for what we've been speaking about today?
That is so on brand. Do you know what? Let's just say goodbye to everybody here on the YouTube because we may have to use this audio.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, let's do a final wrap up and say goodbye. So George can use another file.
Yeah.
No, I can't record.
Oh my God, it's dead. It's blown up. Our roadcast is blown up just as we've finished. Thank God I pressed record on the Zoom during
Well,
the intro.
with that, it's good night. We may never see you again, but it's been fun.
Love you guys. Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
buddy.
Happy New Year. And
Love you, George.
we'll talk soon.
Love you, mate.
It's All True, the podcast with Grant and Shezzy Denya.
Bye bye.